If there are two things that Gretchen Walsh is really good at, they are swimming in a short course pool and swimming butterfly, which makes it less and less surprising every single time that Gretchen Walsh gets into a short course meters pool and absolutely destroys the rest of the world in sprint butterfly. Because Walsh just lowered her own world record in the 50 butterfly again, increasing the gap between herself and everyone else. So let's break down exactly how she did it and just why these times are so impressive. During the second day of the Swimming World Cup stop in Carmel, Indiana, Walsh started the day strong with her prelim swim in the 50 butterfly. There, she ripped a time of 24:13 to set a new US Open and World Cup record. It also stood as the fourth fastest time in the history of that event, trailing only her 3 swims in that event from Short Course Worlds. Going into that night's final, it was basically a sure thing that Gretchen Walsh was going to touch the wall first, if it wasn't already. But after seeing that kind of speed in the morning, everyone was suddenly asking one question. Is she about to break her world record? After just barely not having the slowest reaction time off of the start, Walsh hammered the underwater phase to break out with a lead over the rest of the field. Just 25 meters of swimming later, and Walsh turned with nearly half a second of a lead over the next closest competitor, and she was also 600ths under her own world record pace. Gretchen Walsh extended her lead on the second underwater as she began the sprint for home. And at the touch, it's a new world record with a huge time of 23:72, slicing 2 more tenths off of her old world record of 23:94, and in the process, Walsh wins the event by over 9/10 of a second as she absolutely destroys this field. First, let's break down how exactly this world record came together, and the nice thing is that even though this is just a 50, both this meet and Short Course Worlds actually utilize touchpads on both sides of the pool, so we do have some splits. Walsh managed to get faster on both halves of this race, going out in under 11 seconds at the first turn in a blazing 10.95 compared to her previous 11.01. Then on the second 25, Walsh managed to be 1600ths faster, 12.77 compared to 12.93. One interesting thing that I noticed is that Walsh's stroke count stays the exact same between her old world record swim and this new one, 5 strokes on the way out and then 6 strokes on the way back. This means that we haven't seen Walsh change the way she's actually approaching this race at all. She's just getting even better at executing it. A 50 butterfly time of 23:72 is just ridiculous and highlights just how unstoppable Gretchen Walsh is in short course butterfly. The previous world record before Walsh broke it last year was a 24:38 set back in 2009 in a supersuit by Sweden's Therese Alshammar. In the time after that world record was set, so many swimmers tried to take it down and no one was able to. I mean, just look at the all-time performers list behind that entry. There are some seriously fast names on there. And that makes the insane margin by which Walsh has absolutely obliterated that former record seem all the more ridiculous. She is now 0.66 seconds faster than that once untouchable record in a 50-meter race. And of course, if we look at the all-time fastest performances, we see that Gretchen Walsh now owns the 5 fastest swims of all time. That is impressive in its own right, but don't forget that Walsh has very rarely raced short course meters, and these 5 times are her only official 50-meter butterfly swims in the format. Every single time Gretchen Walsh has ever gotten on the blocks and then swum a 50 butterfly, she has gone a time that is faster than every single person in history not named Gretchen Walsh, and she's at a 100% success rate of doing that. And as I've said before, those swims don't even tell the full story when it comes to Walsh's dominance in this event, because she should have 2 more entries in that list, not from any 50 butterfly races, but from 2 of her world record setting 100 butterfly races where she was out at the 50-meter turn under that old world record time. For one last bit of perspective on just how fast a 50 butterfly time of 23:72 really is, let's play one of my favorite games with Gretchen Walsh. Where would that time have placed in the freestyle event? The answer this time is third. she would have placed third at this meet in the 50 freestyle if she swam at butterfly. After breaking this world record, Walsh still has the 100 butterfly left on the final day of this first stop in Carmel, and clearly her butterfly is in very good form right now, so maybe she's gonna try and break another world record here. What did you think about this 50 butterfly world record swim from Gretchen Walsh? And will she find a way to go even faster at the next two stops, or how fast is she gonna go in the 100 butterfly? Let me know down below.